maybe the problem isn't that you don't have discipline. Maybe you're addicted to the excitement of starting, overwhelmed by the reality of continuing, or afraid of what finishing might mean. Welcome back. If you're new here, hello, this is Kachi and you're listening to Persona by Kachi Uba. Why do I start everything and never finish? I want to talk about this, and I'm definitely sure that I'm not the only one experiencing this. I'm always so excited to start. I feel this pump in me to start something, start a new business, start a new venture, get a new hobby, learn a new skill. But then I start and it's quiet on the creek. I have too many interests. I want to do business, content creation, my career, fitness, learning a new skill. I want to do all these things, and every new commitment is competing for the same energy, and I have just limited energy, focus and attention that I can put, especially in 24 hours. And mind you, 8 to 10 of that 24 hours I am sleeping, so I have just 14 hours to make the best of. It gets worse when do I actually still want this? What if I don't want this anymore? That's why I'm unable to just complete or continue it, be consistent at it. I've woken up this morning and I did it. I wake up tomorrow and I'll do it. But I know for certain on week 3, day 4, I am tired and sick of that shit. What I know is a very important thing is I'm aware I always start and I'm unable to finish. I'm aware that I start and I promise you I try to execute. I see myself as someone who actually executes, but it's like, how long am I going to be executing for? We've identified the problem, but we need a solution. I need a solution as well, and I am certain that before the end of this year, I am going to get right back on track and eyes on the ball. We gotta get this prize for sure. All the goals that we set, the plans that we had for this year, we're gonna crush them. It's not too late. 5 things that would help us conquer procrastinating, that would help us conquer starting and never seeing it through and not really being consistent at it. 1, pick fewer things. You don't need 5 major goals simultaneously. I was reading a book, I can't remember the name of the book, or even was it a podcast, and I found out that the human mind can only focus on one thing at a time. So your ability to achieve a handful of goals, like so many goals, is really close to none. To get things done quicker and even more efficiently, stick your goals to 3 to 5 goals. Keep it brief. If you know your goal this year is to lose weight, keep your goal count brief. It doesn't mean you are going to set goals that you are going to underachieve, like maybe something too easy. It still needs to be challenging so it gets you on your feet and keep you on your toes, but it should be few. So if you're losing weight, or if you're saving to get a car, or even finally moving out, or graduating with a first class or a second class upper, make sure your goals are few. That way you'll be able to really actually achieve them. The second rule is define done. You need to know what completion looks like, else you keep working forever. And this relates so much to me because you write to-do list, and when you come back to tick off your to-do list, you find out that you are unable to tick it off because are you really done with that particular task? So whatever task you are working on, whatever goal you are working towards, ensure that you know what done and what success looks like for that particular goal. The next rule is make the first version ugly. Your first trial at anything do not need to be perfect. You should even aim to fail. That way you spend less time worrying over perfecting it and just moving on to failing quicker. The fourth rule, rule 4, don't trust your motivation. You have to create systems that work when you're not excited. For instance, you can't leave your going to the gym to the off chance of having the motivation to go the next day. This speaks so much to me because this morning I literally woke up and I got dressed for the gym. I was grumbling so much, and I guess I was actually dreading leg day because today is supposed to be leg day. I got dressed for the gym and something just pissed me off, and I stayed back home. I didn't leave for the gym. It may not actually be the same thing we're talking about here, but it just goes to say that systems would help you no matter how you are feeling. No matter if you are feeling shitty, you would stand up and you would go to the gym. Like you would get things done without how you're feeling, and really that's what pushes me through sometimes. At other times I may not want to go to the gym, but I would just get dressed and go anyway without overthinking it. When you start overthinking it, and especially you sit down just like I did because the mistake I actually made was sit down and then I just didn't feel the need to go any longer. So yeah, creating systems that work for you. For instance, if you want to go to the gym the next day, make sure that you've gotten your clothes out ready. Make sure you're already planning what your split is going to be, planning how your day is going to look like, planning it with going to the gym in mind as well. Moving on to the last rule: finish before you reinvent. You shouldn't just start something new because the current thing that you are doing is boring. You need to finish, because you would always have ideas and you can't keep starting on an idea and halfway through it going to another idea. You are really never going to peak to the level that you should if you don't fail as much times as you should. Hope that makes sense to you. I ensure that you finish, you see it through to the end, you fail as many times as you can before you decide to give up. A bonus is to pray about this. Always putting God at the center of things is like the one cheat code in life. Imagine having to go to an exam and fine, you read, great that you read, but if you get extra help during the exam, of course you're not going to reject that or even be worse off. You're going to be better off. That's basically how putting God in the center of things is. You're prepared, and even if you're not prepared, as long as you're putting in your work, putting in the best and holding God tight, you are definitely going to get there. Just want to say good luck to every one of us out there trying to get things done. I know it's not easy. Shout out to you. If nobody has said you are doing great, I just want to let you know that you are doing really amazing. And if you think about it, 2 years ago things were not like this. See how far you have really grown and how much better things has got, and it's only going to get better. No matter the fact that you may have set goals that you ended up not achieving in the previous years, this year is going to be different. You're going to get things done. You get things done. You are the ish, and don't let nobody tell you anything different. I'm rooting for you, and I can't wait to see and celebrate with every one of us at the top. Hope you got a lot from what I said and you'd actually be implementing. Till next time, bye.